Assalamualaikum everyone. So let's continue on our reading on this book, Prophet Muhammad, the Hallmark of Leadership. Alright, the third leadership truth is values drive commitment. Leadership is a relationship, and clarity of values helps strengthen that relationship between the leaders and the followers. The message of Islam is centered on belief and values. There are fundamental and universal values like freedom, justice, right of worship, upholding the truth, suppressing the oppression, respect for the human being, and many others. Also, there are universal behavior values like truthfulness, honesty, kindness, and others. Okay, so this book highlights several of the values of Prophet Muhammad have. And the values number one is that never compromise on matters of principle. When the people of Quraysh, disbelievers of Quraysh, Kafir Quraysh you can call it, try to negotiate with Prophet Muhammad to stop him from preaching. That's the first few things. And they even start to bargain. Okay, why don't we, this is the famous story of Prophet Muhammad, of why don't we follow and worship your God for 1 year, and then the next year you worship our God, and we do it alternately, and we see which one is better. And of course the famous ayat came down, the famous surah, the chapter of Quran came down, say, O kafirun, I worship not that which you worship, nor will you worship that which I worship. And I shall not worship that which you worship, nor will you worship that which I worship. To you be your religion, and to me be my religion. When the Kafir Quraysh, these believers of the Quraysh, unable to negotiate with Prophet Muhammad, they even negotiate with his uncle. Then Abu Talib and asked him, please stop telling these things. And Abu Talib was a bit sad. I mean, what's the word there? He felt guilty on both sides. He wanted to help the people of disbelievers of Quraysh, and he wanted to help his nephew as well. So when he talked to his son, can you spare me and yourself, and put not burden on me that I can't bear? Prophet Muhammad sit down for one moment. He pondered and he said, oh my uncle, by Allah, if they put sun in my right hand and the moon in my left hand, that I, on condition that I abandon this cause until Allah has made me victorious or perish therein, I will not abandon it. So it shows that Prophet Muhammad is a very principled man, person. When this thing is to the core of your principle, you can't move from it. Okay, that's because of your principle is the one that move your leadership course. So you need to stick to it. And the other things that Prophet Muhammad has is the values of be kind to the other people. And there was one time when Abu Dhar had a little quarrel with Bilal bin Rabah, and we know that Abu Dhar is an Arabic person and Bilal is from a black family. I'm not sure whether I can say that. Well, Abu Dhar said this in some narration. Abu Dhar said to Bilal, "O son of black woman," and then in another narration is, "You son of a black woman." And Prophet Muhammad was so upset or so angry with this. There is even a narration that Prophet Muhammad said, "That is too much, Abu Dhar. He who has a white mother has no advantage which makes him better than the son of a black mother." So racism certainly not part of the Islamic principles or belief and values. It goes far more deeper than that. And then the same justice also applied to those who closest to Prophet Muhammad. We know that when Aisha has a little bit of problem, so Aisha is speaking for Usama, speaking in favor of a friend, and Prophet Muhammad said that even if Aisha did the steal, I will personally cut the hand. And it shows that there's no favorism in Prophet Muhammad. And Prophet Muhammad showed a lot of mercy to people even when they are trying to kill him. There's been numerous battles that he was in when the people tried to kill him, and he pardoned them after the battle. If he forgave them and let them go, of course after several conditions. But historically they keep on coming back, and Prophet Muhammad keep on forgiving them back. However, other things is the values of Prophet Muhammad is that in Islam, people have the freedom to choose one's own religion, and we cannot force people. They said, okay, you can enter Islam, you can do this and that, but there's no force in Islam, in accepting Islam. And the final values that I can say over here is that we know that Prophet Muhammad is a very kind-hearted person, is a very patient person. But when the enemy transgress, such as the treaty or something like that, Prophet Muhammad never hesitated to use force. There was a time when Prophet Muhammad sent an envoy, and the envoy was killed. There's been the rules of the land that you cannot kill an envoy. If you kill an envoy, that's as if you're trying to start a war. So Prophet Muhammad then only he sent an army to those people. We are not going to talk about it. It's quite a bit too long over here. But it shows the principle. Alright? Be kind, be generous as much as possible, stick to your position. But when someone tries to show a war treaty, to show a war sign, then you fight back for it. Prophet Muhammad, of all things, he stick to his principles. It's not being kind for stupid reasons. And of course, Prophet Muhammad tried to make things easy for people. Okay, in Islam there are things that you don't make things hard. You don't go and try to investigate things as much as possible. There are many things that when people come to Prophet Muhammad, they try to say, okay, I've done this certain and sin. Prophet Muhammad actually he turns away. Okay, and whenever there's a thing which there are two ways of doing things, he's always choose the easier one, which is permissible in Islam. And whenever the Prophet Muhammad SAW has a choice between two methods, he will choose the easiest unless it is sinful. And you need to understand, Islam is here to help make things easy, not to make things hard. So that's, I think, is one of the best things as a leader that you can do. Make things easy for your people. Alright, if you make things hard for your people, if you make things hard for your followers, you will not have a good relationship with them. And as we all know, leadership is also a relationship between you and your followers. Alright, thank you very much, that's all.